It's a major development tonight in the investigation of a green energy company whose bankruptcy left taxpayers on the hook for more than $500 million. House Republicans say new emails obtained in their investigation of the Solyndra loan show that a big Obama fundraiser with a big stake in Solyndra lobbied the White House for help. The request from fundraiser George Kaiser came after the loan was issued. Kaiser and his associates were trying to get the government to buy some of the company's solar panels. To committee Republicans, it is proof that political influence played a role in how Solyndra was treated. But committee Democrats are furious tonight. They say the Republicans selectively cherry-picked a few emails, but are holding dozens more that show no wrongdoing or influence peddling took place. Here's a sampling of the newly released emails. In one email exchange, Kaiser associates Ken Levitt and Steve Mitchell discuss a meeting with Vice President Joe Biden's office. Levitt: they about had an orgasm in Biden's office when we mentioned Solyndra. Mitchell: that's awesome. Get us a DOE, that's Department of Energy loan. In a later email from Kaiser to a colleague, he discusses what appears to be a meeting at the White House. Quote, a couple of weeks ago when Ken and I were visiting with a group of administration folks, White House, not DOE, and Solyndra came up, every one of them responded, suggesting it was one of their prime poster children. Florida Congressman Cliff Stearns is the Republican chairman of the Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee. He's been with us before, and he joins us now by telephone. Mr. Chairman, you think there's some kind of a smoking gun here. If so, what is it?
Well, I don't know if it's a smoking gun, but, John, what you mentioned, those emails go back to February 27, 2010, which obviously is a year and a half ago that these people were talking to the White House. We have emails clearly showing that both Argonaut, the hedge fund, which tried to help Solyndra, as well as George Kaiser's foundation, his people were talking to the White House. And we also have indication that Mr. Kaiser was talking to the White House. So all we're saying to the White House is there's enough smoke here that we would like to see the rest of the emails about the top advisors in there, including, Valerie Jarrett, Ron Klein, Rahm Emanuel, Larry Summers, Carol Bronner.
And that is covered, forgive me for interrupting, sir, but that is covered in the subpoena you issued to the White House, and they are fighting you over that. I want to make clear to our viewers, these are 2010 documents. The loan was approved before that, so these are after the loan. You still don't have anything, sir, in your possession that you can say, here's a document that proves, despite the warning signs, despite the objections of some of the administration to this loan, somebody overruled it because of pure politics. You can't prove that, can you?
Well, no, and I think, we're just trying to get the documents, not necessarily to prove that, but try and, shall we say, understand all the people in the White House, what was their influence? Did they influence this because of political reasons like you talked about, or was it that they were so hell-bent and propping up a poster child of Solyndra being the first loan guarantee that they just forgot all reason here, particularly in light of Department of Energy issuing red flags. But I think the bottom line is we're just asking through this subpoena, which is the same type of subpoena that's been issued by John Dingell when he was chairman of the same oversight committee that I am today, as well as Mr. Waxman. It's the same thing we issued to the Department of Energy. It's the same language. So all we're saying to the White House, look, there's enough emails out there to know that there were some conversations with top advisors in the vice president's office as well as the president. Just turn them over to us and let's look at them.
Chairman Cliff Stearns, appreciate your time tonight. We'll keep in touch as this one unfolds.